What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of The Wiley Show. Listen, when I tell you it was a lot of stuff going on that we're going to discuss in this broadcast. Let's just first start with Nique at Night. So, someone gave me a video and they were saying about Nique at Night. And I'm like, who is Nique at Night going off on her YouTube channel? So it was a YouTuber by the name of, let me make sure I get the right YouTuber name, child. It was a YouTuber, I know it's like AK-47. YouTube, because I get back and forth with King AK-47. So King AK-47 called Nique at Night a B word. Now, that's one thing that y'all know y'all can't call Nique at Night. You can't call her B. You can't call her fish. You can't call her those words. Because if you call her those words, she going at it. She said, yeah, I was raised by real gang members. I was raised by real gang members that don't disrespect women. I'm like, now, Nique, don't bust out of no tears. Like, she was so pissed. I'm like, what is going on with Nique? I was just over there a couple of days ago where pretty much, was it 2 days ago when Offset got pow pow? So, or day before yesterday, she was just going in. I'm like, just don't, please. Like, listen, Jewel, just leave her alone. And so she allegedly had somebody on her platform that, that don't get along with, that don't get along with, that don't get along with AK-47. So AK-47 was like literally just saying, you be. I'm like, hold up. Now, one thing that I know about Nique at Night, she was raised by the Bloods, the Crips. She was about to like. A lot of people don't know that because she all chocolate and she all thick and stuff. They don't know that she was raised by some people that do a lot of real stuff. So she was like really going at it. And it's let me just tell you something. If I had bring somebody on my platform and a subscriber being messy, like, oh yeah, Wiley got such and such on the platform. If you don't hear it for yourself, you could be going off on me for nothing. You can literally be going off on me for absolutely nothing. And I just had somebody on my platform and they didn't say nothing negative about you, and I didn't say nothing negative about you, but you do have messy subscribers that will carry a bone and put a lie. Oh yeah, Wiley got somebody over there. They being shady, and then you calling me B's, MF, calling me out my name and dragging me for filth, and I ain't even had nothing to do with it. I'm like, now hold up 1 second. I just brought this person up on this platform, and we just gonna have this conversation. So let's not go around. So that's why So that's why I try to tell people, let me know what is being said. Let me verify. Because sometimes you could go off on the person and that person could be completely innocent. And then you have this big head and you be like, no, I ain't going to apologize because you got this big head. Like, no, I'm going to just get up on here. I'm going to send my apology. This is what I have to say. But because it's Wiley, I ain't going to apologize to him. No, F him. So, yeah, but Nique was going off. And when she was going off, I said, oh, wow. Because, the last time, because, she went off on T.S. Madison. She went on her when T.S. Madison called her fish. I'm not going to go into details. I'm going to leave that alone. Because, if you go into details, then people will be like, oh, Wiley being messy. Wiley trying to bring the drama. No, I'm not. I'm just reporting on the story. So when I watch it, because I'm like doing my schoolwork, and I'm just sitting there, I'm like, she was like going off. And this is the thing, man. Stop calling black women bees. Just stop. It's disrespectful. It is nasty and it's vicious. If you want to call her bee, call her beautiful. But don't disrespect women and by calling them a bee. But you do got some men out here. That's all they come and say, yeah, that B did this and that B that. I'm like, whoa. But then you also, but then again, when I'm looking at it, I got to look at it on the other side. There are some women that say I'm his B. There are some women that actually say that. I'm his B. Okay? So when I tell you they was going at it, they was going at it. And yeah, then she said, I blame my recent crash out. And I'm saying, why you just crash it out like this? And then, yeah, because she did make a post on her Nique at Nite community wall saying she had a crash out. Now, she must have deleted the video because she was playing old dude content. Someone post the clip on their YouTube page. I'm not gonna play it. And the reason why I don't play people content, let's speak about it. Because I was minding my own business and y'all too. I was down my timeline and Craig posted a post that his page got flagged because he played Michelle ATL in an interview. Now, mind you, she flagged T.S. Madison page, and she also days later, almost I would say a week later, she flagged Craig page because he still had the video up. And Craig was like, "This ain't the problems you want. This is why I don't play people content because they get in their feelings and they want to go ahead and flag." Now, it is a such thing as fair use. Now, you can go through the proper channels and say that this was fair use, and they still won't upload it, but they still won't allow it to be on your page. So you have to go through all this appeal stuff. So she flagged Craig page, it got put off, and he's talking about this ain't what you want. It's just best not to play people content, even if it's fair use. It's just better not doing that. And Michelle, she flagged T.S. Madison, she flagged Craig, she flagged them both. And that's all I was like, I don't play people content. It was like, well, Wiley, it's time set. It's only a couple of them. I said, I don't care. I don't play that content because they get in their feelings and then you don't want to have to do all the legwork and have to go and flip through the channels and go and do your homework and just go ahead on there and try to say, well, wait a minute, let me make sure that it's fair use. And then you say it's fair use, and then it still won't be up on there. So because people think, oh, it's fair use, you can play it. Yeah, but YouTube don't always look at it that way. They be like, oh no, you use somebody content, and so this is what you have to do. So you can't have this on your platform, and I won't allow it to be back up. That's YouTube. So that's just the rooms of it. And then if you keep getting multiple copyright strikes, they remove you from YouTube. And the thing about YouTube, they don't even allow you to keep your videos up. Like the videos, they take the shout in the videos too. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. So I was over there in this whole situation, and don't get me wrong, I used to love the Migos. And Offset, he was pow pow and stuff like that. He's fine. But this was the ghetto-ness. So they was interviewing Lil Tay. He get out of jail. Yeah, F Offset. He a rat. I ain't got S to do with that. Just cussing. Ghetto. Had his shirt on, just being ratchet, and the media trying to interview because they put out a rumor that he was the one that Pow Offset. Now they said allegedly it was somebody from Lil Tay's team or crew that Pow Offset. Then I was looking at, because I was watching DJ Academics, somebody posted a clip. And they were saying that Offset is in all this gambling debt. Who like gambling for like 300,000, 400,000, and he's losing. See, it's best not to gamble. If you keep losing, just know when to stop. And I'm gonna just tell you this: don't start at all. I was in Vegas, and this guy said one thing in Vegas: don't you get addicted to that gambling, because it's hard to get rid of it. It's hard to get out of it. There's people that gamble their whole house, that go and donate blood just to gamble. They sell their wedding bands just to gamble. So don't even get yourself caught up in doing that. That's what I said. No, let me not get up and caught up and then trying to gamble and doing all that type of stuff, because again, it's very addictive. And Offset is for him, it's very addictive for him. And this is the reason why I feel that, you know, he may have something to do with Cardi B card is missing. Because he probably had somebody take that card out the purse, probably told them kids, hey, give mama card out the purse and send it to daddy. He probably had some of his homeboys or a friend or a stranger, paid them a couple of dollars off the top while he gone and do all that type of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Queen. Yes. I guess I just heard Offset $800,000 in debt to the casino. That's crazy. You need to stop gambling. If you in that type of debt, what are you playing? I know you ain't playing the slot machines, so you out there really playing. You playing like card game and stuff like. Because I'm like, what? This is me when I go to the casino. I put $100 in the slot machine. Either I win or I lose, but I don't put no more in. I'm done. I remember when I went to the casino and I had hit for $1,000. And when I hit for $1,000, I put it in my bank and I went and paid my rent. I would love to have that $1,000 down. But never in my mind said, well, how can I take this 1,000 and flip it to 20,000? That's how you get messed up. Once you hit, it's best to leave. I know a guy in Vegas, he will always be at the casino. Sometimes he will win, sometimes he will lose. He had a raggedy car. I'm like, his car was raggedy. But yeah, I take the little receipt. If I win, I cash out. I'm done. Because I don't like to lose money. And then when the lottery, if I feel like, oh, I got $10 left. So, okay, I play the lottery. I play the Mega Million, Quick Pick, or the Powerball, and do that. But like trying to do that every day and spending your whole check to that, no. They say I get offended too if I lose $80. Absolutely, I get offended too. So I understand your pain, and so it's just best not to go in a casino. And then this is what the casinos do to you. Because I remember one time I was in Vegas and I was sitting down at the slot machine, and the lady was just offering me drinks. And I was like, why do they offer free drinks for people gambling? Because they said the more they get you turned up, the more money you spend. I'm like, oh. And me, I would just get like a margarita. Like margarita. I didn't drink like nothing heavy, like nothing strong. But even with the margaritas, it was getting to be kind of tipsy because it's still alcohol. And so I would sit down, and then it was offered to me, and I said, well, let me not get up on here and do the margaritas, because if I do the margaritas, then that'll be cool. But all them like strong, heavy drinks, no, I don't do them strong, heavy drinks, because I want to be like spending all my money on that then lose. Here you are in Vegas, you came there with $1,000 and you left in $4,000 in debt. No. Absolutely not. So when it comes to like Offset, he's in a situation where he need to be in some counseling or in rehab and go to Gambling Anonymous and tell them, hey, my name is Offset. I've been married to Cardi B. That's my baby mama. And I'm in some debt. Help me. Because then also what gets Offset in trouble, you're borrowing money that you don't have and you can't pay them people back. It was somebody that he borrowed $13,000 or $10,000 and then pay it back. That's the situation with Lil Tay. They said that Offset borrow some money from him and then pay him back. And so I tell anybody, if you have an addiction, it's best not to borrow money from them, because they're not going to pay you back. And they're going to use what they borrowed to gamble some more. They're going to lose that. And then they're going to have their hand out. Well, can you give me some more money? Can you give me some more coin? That's what I don't like. Like, don't come borrowing money. Now, if you in need, and if I have it, and you need help with housing, or you need clothes on your back, or food in your belly, but just giving you money so you can go to the crap table and lose my money, that's crazy. And that's the situation that Offset is in. He's taking people money and losing it, and then people getting mad, and that's when he's getting all this bad karma. Like, I didn't know he really had a gambling addiction like that. I've heard people say that in the chat, And of course, I'm thinking they just being trolls or they just telling jokes. But when I saw a post from the academic, they said that he's in debt with the casino. And they were asking how you going to pay this debt, who you going to pay for, and they give you a lot of grace when you're a celebrity, but when it's time to pay up, they want you to pay up. They want you to really pay up when it comes to that gambling stuff. Absolutely, like pay up. And if you the type of man that always lose, it's best not to get into that. That goes for drugs, that goes for alcohol, that goes for having all this crazy, crazy, unadulterated sex. That goes for all that because an addiction, it can cause so much problems. And if you have an addiction of just spending money and losing it, that's a problem I don't want. I do not want that type of problem. So I was minding my own business, y'all. And I went down my timeline, and Armon went. He recorded a video. Now we talked about yesterday that Milagro Grams was crying, and that she was crying about this whole situation with Ra Ali. Milagro also said that Ra Ali was a madam. We got that receipt. A producer sent it over. She was on Tasha K's show, and she said out of her mouth that Ra Ali was a madam. Fast forward, Riley was making fun of Milagro being broke, and Milagro was acting like she wasn't being broke. But Armon really broke it down and said, no, I don't think Milagro was planning to be broke. Milagro was saying that, hey, I make a decent amount of money, but I was also going against a machine. And then he also put out there that Milagro messed up by battling him, and they could have been partners, and they could have been doing some with videos, they could have been doing podcasts together, or regardless. And I've said that, like, they could have worked together as teammates. But because she went on a demonic woman show that's homophobic, because Tasha is homophobic, Tasha is also transphobic. And what did she do? She brought Milagro on to diss Armon, gave that lady the bait, and what did Milagro do? She took the bait, she dragged Armon, which was stupid. It didn't make any sense. He did say she's always on the internet crying and stuff like that. And I want to say this. She probably need therapy. Because anytime you go into getting a lawsuit and then you lose, you need some type of therapy because it messes with your psyche. That you keep losing, then you got another lawsuit with other people in your camp sued you. Then you got to deal with your man probably acting up because money is funny. Then you lost a deal with Station Head, and that was a big amount of deals. Then you got to go and rebuild. Then you got Megan going after your pockets and going, legally, she filing paperwork. So it's all a mess. But Milagro have nobody to blame but herself. All that woman had to do was stop clicking on that adult entertainment video, that AI video. She could have watched it, but she didn't have to repost it. And that's what got her caught up. When she reposted that, that's what made Megan team like, okay, we coming out there and look at the end result. And you need allies. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Don't you need some allies? If you're in this business, you need somebody where you can call. You need somebody where you can work with. You need somebody you can network with. You do. You do need that. And what messed up Milagro, she burnt a good bridge with Armon Wiggins. She did. When I tell you that woman burnt the bridge, she burnt a bridge. All she had to do, hey man, let's work together. Thanks, man, for coming to the courthouse. But she sat up there and got her clappers and talking down all that mess. And then she gonna get mad and try to respond to Armon throwing shade to my, nobody said this to me. He might, girl, you see him post that. Stop it. Don't nobody have to send it to you. You see your name in the headlines, you click it and you watch it. All 30 minutes of it. But she always act like she don't see it. She always act like she don't watch it. Get somewhere and have several seats. Come on now. And then before I did the broadcast, I was over there watching T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison is a terrible interviewer. She got a podcast called The Outlaws. And who was she interviewing? Let me make sure I get the person she interviewed because it was terrible. She is a terrible interviewer. She always make it about herself. I was over there watching it, just terrible. What was that? Let me go back over there. She was interviewing some singer that won a Grammy, I think the gay singer. And she was making it about herself. I'm like, just ask the question. Oh yeah, we got on the phone and we talked. And when I had COVID, and you gave me some good advice, and just terrible. I just don't like her as a host. A little bit too much. In my humble opinion. Do y'all be watching Outlaws? And it just came down my timeline. And then I went from there watching Kendra G on Cam Newton's show. And I thought Kendra G was in a relationship. She just announced in the show, like she's not in the podcast, that she's not in a relationship. I thought the woman was in a relationship. But let me tell you this, Kim Newton. Kendra G have every right to do a dating show. It's not a marriage show. But some people have gotten married and have children because of that show. She just a matchmaker. And she created the atmosphere of creating a show for people to date and to become a matchmaker. It's very sad, though, that she don't have no man. And then I always wonder why you can't keep the man. A lot of times women with money, it's hard for them to be submissive. They become manly. They become aggressive. And men don't like that. And definitely men don't like women that talk too much. But once women start making the money, there's nothing you can do to stop it because this is what they do. But when women start making the money, then they start making, and then they throw it in your face. Yeah, I pay the bills. I do this and I do that. That's when the issues. That's when I start having issues with it. That's why I'm like, oh, here we go. And that's why a lot of them don't keep no man. But she still say, I don't want no man if he got 9 kids. If a man got 9 kids and if he love you, it should work. But the problem is y'all put all these things on what a man should be. Now, some men say they don't want a woman that is at a certain age, at 45 or 50. It's a lot of older men that want younger women. They say I said what makes Cam Newton qualified to be a commentator, analyst, analyst, and broadcaster, along a podcast giving out advice. Stay LA, Cam, football. They said, Wiley, it's sad we can't make money and find love too. It is sad, but you have to have a man that's confident and scared. Me personally, I used to be that type of man to say, oh, women should be at home cooking and, cooking the bacon that I bring home. Women should be at home barefoot, cooking the cornbread, standing up when I walk in the room. But now I'm like, I might have a woman that is providing for me, and I'm taking care of the kids. I'm bringing the kids to school. I'm cleaning the house. I'm cooking the food. I'm cooking the breakfast. I'm cooking the lunch. So I understand that. Those are some relationships that are like that. And you just have to get out of this idea because women do evolve. There was a point back in 1970 that up to 1970, women had to get permission to from their man, had to have a husband to get like a credit card. They had to have a man permission to sign off on it. And so women have all back in 19, I don't correct the year, I don't want to say the year, that women had just gotten the right to vote. So black men had gotten the right to vote before white women, before women, period. But now women they're about that bad. In some instances, they have more education than men. Especially black women are highly educated. It's outpacing black men when it comes to obtaining degrees. And that's the reality that we live in. But I say this humbly, when you have a woman, have good communication and everything. So I don't see a problem with Kendra G again saying, hey, I want to have a dating show. Hey, I'm doing this and I'm bringing singles together because if she got the data to prove it, then I'd rather take a side because how many relationship gurus you know that's in a relationship and they doing all wrong stuff? Derek Jackson, no offense, but he was a relationship guru and he was cheating and everything else. And Tasha K destroyed his career. Do y'all remember that? He screwed one of the nurses in the parking lot. I'm gonna say that again. He was dating a nurse, or was she a doctor? A doctor sent giving her the D in the parking lot, and her nasty behind didn't even wash her butt. Went back to work. And now he can't even crack 1,000 views. His career is over. I'm telling you. I believe she was a nurse. Not. Oh, she was a okay. She was a nurse, probably not a doctor, probably not. But y'all do remember? I remember watching that. And that's when Tasha K was on fire. That's when she was on fire. You listen, and I want mine that because he needs to be exposed. And then he had his wife. She had her hole in her head. She looked like she was held hostage. It was so embarrassing that a woman had to stand by her man's side, knowing that he just wrong, doing all this cheating, and stood by her man's side. Y'all, I was sitting down and my mom was watching this movie. I said, Mom, what is you watching? She was watching, what's the name of this movie? Give me a second, because I think I took a screenshot and I posted it in my phone. So let me see. Where's that screenshot of that movie? Oh, man, I didn't screenshot? Oh, yes, I did. It came out in 2012 called The Under Shepherd. And in this movie, uh, it was about this corrupt pastor. So one of the members brought their medication and said that she have depression. She was talking about her mental issues, and she brought her medicine. The pastor in the movie took the medicine and said, "You don't need that medicine. You don't need that." And he started throwing the medicine around. Didn't need it. So fast forward in the movie, the woman had got a knife and tried to harm the pastor outside the church. Now this false prophet talking about you don't need your medicine, don't take it. That's how you can't listen to everybody. I'm gonna say this: if God don't tell you that, you take your medicine. So she was so. I'm like, wow, and I'm like, there's so many churches that tell people not to take their medicine, and they have these mental crises because they're listening to spiritual counseling instead of listening to the professionals. No, you take it. Like if you see your pastor right then and there, if you see your pastor wearing glasses, obviously the eye doctor said, hey, you need glasses. So you wearing glasses. So if you're saying God, it's all healing and God he can heal everybody, and I do believe that. But also he probably wants you to take the medicine to tell the testimony that if you need help, this can help you. So why that can't be part of your testimony? And also, you have members, no offense, that take blood pressure medicine, no offense, that take high cholesterol medicine, no offense, that have hearing aids, no offense, that wear braces. So why are we so against and having this stigma on people that say, hey, I take me a medicine. Hey, I take medicine for depression. Hey, I take medicine from anxiety. We shouldn't judge a person because that's what they will have to do to make their life better. And then also when I'm learning too, don't tell everybody your business, even if it is church. I learned that from experience. Don't get everybody up in your business. Keep that to yourself. Because as soon as you allow nosy people in your business, it could cause more problems. You'll probably live better by keeping the less people you keep out of, in your situation, the better. Because the more you tell, The more those spirits come in, more that doubt come in, the more that evil come in, and it's caused you all this weight of just mess. So it's just best not to even bring them in your situation. Because there is some people out here that are false prophets that are evil. Yeah, they said don't tell anybody anything that you don't want repeated. And I'm gonna tell you, in church, in some of these churches, if not all, they will repeat it. Because there's messy people in every church. Unless you ain't got no members in. The only reason I ain't no mess in there because you ain't got no members. Get you some members of some human beings. There's gonna be some mess. There's gonna be some drama. There's gonna be some confusion. And I also was sitting down and they said, they gon' now I'm just keeping it all real. So keep that to yourself and go in there, get in your prayer closet, get your holy oil, and tell God, God, fix it. You know my situation. Even if you want to request prayer, say, Saints, I want y'all to pray for me. I'm not going to go into details. I'm going through, pray. You ain't got to tell your business and sit down. You ain't got to tell your business, Lord, pray for me. I done cheated on my man, and he cheated. I know I got all these crazy thoughts. You ain't got to say all that because people just talk about you and then bring it up in your face. It's just pray. Just pray for me. I need your prayers. And sit down. And learn how to pray for yourself. Don't depend on people just to pray for you. You learn how to pray for yourself. As I was sitting there, I said, Lord, fix the situation. I got a situation that I need help with. So, Lord, fix it. And I got a phone call. I said, Lord, let it be good news tomorrow. And you ain't got to tell everybody because, even on the internet, you tell people that, they'll throw it back up in your face, child, because there's some messy people on the internet, and everybody don't see it for you. I was watching Armon. You were right. Every subscriber don't see it for you. They just want to throw doubt and evil and venom and all that. Just because they don't subscribe don't mean that they subscribe to love you. They just subscribe to see you fall. They just subscribe to see you weep. They just subscribe to see you suffer. And I subscribe to support you to see you move forward in life. I just want to keep that real. So I was sitting down, and I know a lot of people want to talk about politics, and I get it. And I do feel bad because I voted for the man to get up in there. But Trump got up in there when he was talking about what he want to do to that country that we are in war with. And now they talking about, well, we need to impeach him. Do you not know? Let's just say he's impeached and y'all remove the man. J.D. Vance is 3 times worse than Trump. So you just come out better riding with Trump for right now until the next election and you vote a new president in. But J.D. Vance is worse than Trump. He believed that women should be at home, shouldn't even be working. That's what he believed in. So you want that person in office? So be careful what you wish for. I'm just saying. So I'm gonna drop the link, and hopefully y'all call in today. Because I know they said he might be until he takes off. Well, I'm just saying, if you believe he's gonna get impeached, first of all, the House is not gonna impeach because Republicans is over the House, and in the Senate, the way the Senate looking like it, they're not gonna convict Trump. I don't believe they're gonna convict him and it will be a waste of time. They already got new rules in there saying that you could be 45. Did they say 45 to join the army? Because they need people. But the way my legs stuff been acting up, child, y'all keep me in much prayer. I'm going to have to go to the doctor. Man, falling over, hurting, legs hurting. Man. I said, Mama, I felt like I'm probably going to have to get one of them rollinators. Would the thing that you push, my legs was hurt, knees hurt, left and the right one. Oh, I said, like both of the legs was hurt. I said, woo. So if y'all got a tip, y'all can call in and give me a tip of what I could do to relieve that pressure. I said, I need to go to the doctor and get that checked. Because I'm like, I probably got to get me a rollinator. I'm just saying. I had to go and give me a rolling. Hey, you live on the Wiley show.
Wally,
Hey,
thanks for going live on this lovely, lovely afternoon.
somebody says call getting old for really? Yeah, I was born with a leg condition. I was born with a leg condition. But we got the icon of New York on. Go ahead, icon, because I'm gonna keep you on for about 50 hours.
Oh, oh, well, I'm off today, so I don't care. But I remember I did tell you that she was calling Ra Ali a madam. She was in basically saying that she's a madam. So
And now
yeah,
she
well,
crying.
initially
And the
Tasha K
madam
brought
got
it
her
up.
crying.
Tasha K brought it up on her live. And then she was like, "Yeah, yeah, they call her. They saying that she's a madam." And then she says she has a lot of girls in her phone, and she asked the rapper, the male rapper, which one you want, which one you want. So yeah, I think that's why Ra Ali was upset with her and stuff like that. Like, we were cool,
Mm-hmm.
but don't bring it up. But I really want to know deep down inside, and I think you should at Ra Ali and ask her what went wrong? What went wrong with her and Milagro? Because something had to happen. Something had to happen.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Because, but, what? Oh, and your producer is so good. They're good. Because Millie was on the early show this morning on Station Head. And she did talk about Armon. I'm glad they brought that to your attention, but she deleted that live.
She
She
always
deleted
do
that
that.
live. And in
And
the
I know
ending
it
towards that live, she did mention that something is coming too, but she can't really say too much about it. So what I gathered from it is more on Ra Ali, but I don't know. But she said she can't talk about it right now, but when it comes out, she'll talk. So it's getting lit.
it's getting lit. And I can't, like, for me, with the whole situation or whatever went on with Riley, I do believe it was jealousy on Rod's part because the audience in the chat was majority Milagro Grams fans.
Yeah,
They just
but like
tolerated Rod because
But where is
Milagro
the
was
Noir? Because Noir used to work there as well. Like, what happened? We want to know what happened. Like, it's years now, and we, the people, need to know what happened because we were there, but just not behind the scene. We were on the front end, not the back end. And we need to know what happened.
I agree.
But she also said Ra Ali helped her with station, getting paid with station head or something like that.
She did.
But I don't
And
know. It's just too much.
that's what she said. It's always a mess, but people do get jealous, and I do believe Rob saw the writing on the wall that it was Milagro the star, and Rob wanted to be the only star. Rob didn't mind having co-hosts, but you know how you have co-hosts, but you want them to be beneath you, that you're better than them, and they're nothing but booty kissers. Just like the situation when Wendy Williams, Charlamagne did not outshine Wendy Williams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's the case with Rod. She saw
But
that
Rob should have
Milagro.
known that Millie was strong. Millie was strong. So she's like an alpha female, if you will. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So who wouldn't have thought of that? Like she might outshine me, X, Y, and Z. So let me just do this by myself because I don't want her to outdo me. Like you know what I'm saying? She's like an alpha female. But Millie
I
know how
agree.
to tone it down.
I agree. Well, Milagro obviously is an alpha female, and sometimes it's hard to like dim your light. And I always tell people don't dim your light, but in some cases you have to protect your job, to outshine your boss. Because how many times have you worked in a company and you were smarter than your boss? You knew you was more qualified than your boss, but you knew you can't outshine your boss because you know your boss will fire you.
I'm with you when you're right.
and so you have to like kind of dumb it down and or pull it back. And it's some wives where husbands feel intimidated when their light shine bright so much, and I can't wait to get into the Brandy book. But a little piece of that, she was dating her backup dancer, and she would have to go overboard to promote that he's a good dancer, he's a good choreographer, he's so good, he's so this, he's so that, because he felt jealous of Brandy's success. And so when we talk,
Yeah,
we y'all go get that book because she lays it out. I can't wait for Saturday for it and everything like that. It's going to be good. I'll open it up to the public for this first one on Zoom, and we're just going to talk about the entire book this Saturday on Zoom. And I'll release
yeah.
information on Friday so y'all to have the Zoom information. But
I can't wait for that discussion. So yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I can't.
But back to Ra and Millie. I also went back to Tasha K live when she interviewed Millie. Can I drop that timestamp, or you don't
Yeah,
want
you
to
can.
give
You
me
can
the
drop the
time?
test so people can go watch it.
That timestamp is 44:20 when they talked about Ra Ali and the alleged Madame being a Madame. So 44:20 is that timestamp.
4420, you guys. So make sure y'all go get that time stamp and watch it. Um,
But
I,
I
I,
would take your notes. Let's talk about Offset. Offset is wild and crazy, child. With me, I like to gamble, but if I ain't got it, I can't gamble. So with me at the casino, I get free rooms. So when you get free rooms, that means you spend money at the casino or whatever. I also get females free gifts whenever they give out gifts. The gifts be nice sometimes, but half the time I go random, so I don't always receive the gift unless it's a day that I decide to go and they're giving up that gift per se. But
but do you
it's
win a lot when
wild.
you
So
go?
do I gamble a lot?
Do you win a lot?
I win and give it right back. I ain't ashamed
Mm,
to say that. I see that you won 1,000 and you kept that. You ran out of there.
I did.
With me, I want more, so I'll keep
Cause
that.
I didn't want to take that risk of be like, cause I will never take, cause the machine kept going out, and I said this machine must be broken. And my roommate, Mr. Gill at the time, he said, "No, that means you're winning." I was like, "Oh."
Oh, you didn't even know the sound like when you
I didn't even know
win.
the sound. Oh, that wasn't even the time I won 1,000. That was the time I won another time because Mr. Gill he's talking about the hotel. We was at the
Uh huh.
hotel and the casino, and it was I said this machine must be broken. He said no, that means you winning. So you know what I did with that? We went to McDonald's. I bought me a McDonald's meal, and the rest I put in my bank account.
Okay. I go to Bally's in Atlantic City.
So
I've
they have
never been to
casinos in like in the New York area, or you go to Jersey?
I go to Jersey. It's one up in Yonkers, but they don't
Okay.
pay. A hand pay in Yonkers is $600. So anything over $600, you have to pay tax on that. I'd rather go to New Jersey because the hand pay is 1,200. Anything over 1,200, you have to pay tax on that. So you get what I'm saying? So you win
So what do
more.
you use? So you don't just do slot machine? Are you a card player?
I like to play roulette, that black and red. You know the
Oh,
roulette with the ball spin around?
uh huh.
I like to play roulette. I don't know how to play cards. I do play the machine, but Offset has a he obviously he's playing in the high roller room. Sometimes I go in the high roller room if I'm feeling cute, but he'll be like in a high roller room. He wouldn't be with the regular people, to my knowledge, because they do have their own section. So it could be like 10,000 a hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the high roller room.
Okay, I
Mhm.
understand that. I get
So
it.
you know he was getting probably bottles, free room, sweets, probably fly him out. hmm But they ain't give him no damn security. Sheesh.
Mm. Ah, and they be borrowing money, and then people so stupid they give it to them.
But but they were arguing Tay and Offset a while ago, and Offset said get it back in blood. You don't remember that?
I did hear about that. I'm like, how you gonna get mad? You know, you and then
when
why
somebody
y'all
wants their
keep
money
and
back.
see me personally, I'll be the type of person because I'm gonna think rational. You supposed to be this famous rapper. You supposed to be rich. So why you
Yeah,
ask me
where
for
is
money?
Coins?
Huh?
Is he in the 360 as well?
Who was that?
Offset, like where's his coins? Where's his
I don't
money?
know
Is he
what
in
he did. And
Offset's
then
360
so
deal?
that means he been gambling a while. So this habit probably didn't start. We just starting to get to know it because it started to leak out where the money that he's borrowing and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And rest in
crazy.
peace to his brother that died. What's his name that passed away with gambling in the gambling
Take
area as
off.
well? Yeah, it's crazy. So, mm-mm.
It's crazy with that, and because he haven't had a hit records because nobody bought that album that he had dropped a couple of days ago. I mean, no, not a couple of days ago, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, he needs to plan a rollout.
Yeah, it
Well,
just I just think like if it's not no good songs, it's kind of hard for the public, and then people do move on. That's unfortunately, it's not too many rappers that had a career that expands to like decades and they still selling.
that's you're right,
It's a
but
challenge.
they need to bring back like the street teams. They need to bring something back. Like they have to do better promo. They
I agree. Instead of
have.
just focusing on online,
I mean, yeah, like they could do it online, and they have to be boots on ground as well.
I agree. I agree.
But I want to be a little messy before I jump back in the bushes, child, because I want others to call in. Let's have a cute live.
Yes,
So
and if y'all don't call in, that's good because I'm gonna finish up my schoolwork and we'll be back tomorrow with some more good gossip, um, and all that good stuff. But thank you so very much, Icon, for calling
wait,
in.
wait, I want one more thing before I get off.
Oh,
I'm a
go ahead,
gossip
go
real
ahead.
fast and feel messy. So why either yesterday or the day before yesterday, I was in Milagro live, right? Why she try to bully Lauren LaRosa from the Breakfast Club 105.1? I believe she's at her,
And she
but
really
she
want to
didn't
have that beat
reply
because
to my knowledge. Did you see that
I
post
did see, I
when she
did
tried
see
to
that.
check her?
And she innocent, so why you at that bar, Lola Rosa? And she not about to get in the gutter with her because she on this radio show and she ain't about to go there with Milagro.
I was like, ooh.
And they keep talking about this thing with Jay Z, like it's gonna make Jay Z feel bad. I'm like, leave Jay Z alone.
Yeah, but that could consider like being a bully as well. So please be careful, Millie. But you know how you saying like they're against you. They might team up. Like
She might get another lawsuit or restraining order.
okay, okay, because restraining order is in for 2026.
Okay,
So please, child. But
thank you.
sidebar, it is alleged that she's back getting paid with Station Head. That's
Oh,
allegedly.
that she getting paid with them now?
She's back on a new contract allegedly
She
because she's
should
not really
because
not
she should
solid.
because she brings in the people. Like I've never seen a live below 1,000 views.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to be a little
Honestly, I've
messy.
never because she always have like 1,000. Sometimes she be having like 3,000 people listening to her live.
Yeah, I see it too. But
I don't know.
do
Do they
Station
still
Head
do
give
that
bots? Do
rating stuff
Station Head
over
give
there,
out bots?
Icon?
I didn't hear you.
Do they still do the ratings? Like if you number one, number two, do they still do that over there?
Yeah, they still do the ratings, but Station Head is with all the music back now, so she's not at the top, but she's still up there after the music.
Yeah, because I know
So
the
she's
music
not a
they be
music
on there. They
station.
really be streaming like sometimes like 24 hours.
Yeah, so she's right under like the music stations, so she's still up there.
Okay, because I
The
was just
last time like 10 or 11.
okay because I was just wondering.
but above her is all music though. Music
It's all
station.
music. I figured that's what kind of like messed it up. Like when they brought on the music people over there, because I used to chart too. I remember like I'm number 13 over there
Yeah, they just broke it down, like different categories, like music, and then gossip talk.
because they got a lot of that K-pop over there at one point. Um, they used to be very
They
very
still there.
heavy. Okay, so yeah,
They still there. BTS and all them.
yeah. Thanks for letting me
But
know that.
yeah,
And I'm like,
Mr.
oh no, she's still up top.
That was beautiful when Queen Queen from Baltimore, what's her name?
Queen Baltimore.
That was cute when she came up on your live. It was cute. Her network was working. Her face was
Yes,
sitting. Cute.
I love her.
It
I
wasn't
love when she come
choppy.
on.
Yeah.
She would have came on today, but she worked because I know people work during the day, and I try to get everything done during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks again.
Did you check out Lonnie? Was his radio station right?
Oh, Lonnie B.
Wasn't it? Yeah, was it Sunday?
Oh, Lonnie B. 102.3 Magic. 102.3 Magic. And I don't know
Yeah,
if y'all get it
it's
in New
on
York,
there.
but you can download the app or listen to it online. That's what I listen to because I try to support. Um, so I listened to a the last Saturday because that was his first show. This Saturday
Okay.
is his second show, so I try to support so he can stay on the airwaves and just support him because again he's very funny and I'm glad that he's himself on the air. He just don't cuss, but in that you're getting the Lonnie B experience.
Yeah, I haven't watched him in a long time. He used to be on the Facebook. I know Kelly Mizrahi. She loved him. I don't know if they still cool, but yeah.
Yeah, because he still posts. He posts everywhere, like on Facebook, Instagram. He do shows as well over there
Yeah, I
on.
remember his audience bought gifts and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
and
was
he used
big.
to do shows with his mom. I remember that with those episodes. They were like, "The cookies are done." It was like a little beeping sound. He used to do shows with his cousin. He had Dad. What was the guy that interviewed people in the ballroom saying, "What is a Vicky Gotti?" They were cool at one
Vicky
point.
Gotti.
Yeah,
How
and
he doing?
I don't know because I haven't heard from him in a long
He
time.
was from Bigo years ago, a couple years, but I haven't heard of Vicky Gotti.
And I would tell him, I said, you need to bring back your show because he is the architect of interviewing people in the ballroom scene. And people, I remember when people like threatened him. I looked up to him because like we was out doing shows, not together, but I was on my show. It was his show. Then I was on my show, like more so local on the Chicago scene. And I would like look at what he does on his show and I love that. And so yeah, and shout out to one of my Facebook friends that know me from Chicago and like, yeah, Wally, I remember you do your shows, interviewing people in the party scene and stuff like that. And I would do all that stuff. And I didn't know the ballroom. I was bad with names and stuff because in the ballroom, it's so many houses, so many people. And if you're not in that community, you're gonna get lost. Like, you know what I'm saying? Remember Caesar
Oh
ballroom
yeah,
throwback? And remember, he had after the
that
ball, he
happened.
would interview the people and stuff. That was like back in the day, you
Do he
know.
still post on YouTube and stuff?
Oh, I haven't seen. Oh, that is so important. Like, wait a minute, let me just go. I haven't
I
heard
mean, I
from
used
him.
to follow him. I used to see it here and there on my feed. I didn't want too much of that ballroom stuff
Yeah, let me
on
see
my
that he
feed.
actually, because I know he was doing them shows too. Um, a
Yeah,
while back, he was
the
doing
one
like
that
them like series and stuff. Oh yeah, he
yeah.
still posts on there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, he got 655,000 subscribers. Okay.
Yeah. The
Yep.
ballroom community is very big, child.
It's very, very big and stuff like that. And now he still be
It's even
uploading like
internationally known.
yeah. And his views kind of like went down because everybody stream balls now on their phone.
Yeah.
So it's like if you ain't doing it live, just doing uploads not gonna work because it's some people that be having thousands of people in their Facebook Live watching a ball. Like everybody be recording. But back then, he would record the ball and he would
They
upload
used
it
to
on
sell
his.
DVDs as well.
Yeah. But now
Mm.
everybody have a camera and a phone, you know. It's
But I
like,
think it still works for him because when you're watching it live, what if you want to recap it? So that's where he would come
yeah, he
in. You get
can
what
do.
I'm saying?
He haven't really been active because I'm looking on his page. Like he just posts like different clips of a ball. 10 days ago. I don't even know. I haven't seen him post any updates or any shows because all this is just ballroom clips and stuff.
And
Um,
basically, it's a ball every day because it's different states, different cities. It's always a
yeah,
ball.
definitely. They supposed to have a ball in
So,
Chicago. I'm not going because I'm not doing all that standing up. And I'm not doing all that standing up just looking for no ball, like all
the
that type of
last
stuff.
ball I went to was the latex ball years ago. I believe Rihanna was there at that one.
Oh,
Yeah, Beyonce
the one
was
that
there.
Rihanna went to. You was there?
Yeah, that was the last one I went to.
I'm not doing it. 2 pack. Then you don't know. Then you can't go.
You hit it on the nose. 2 pack and two what? Too expensive.
And too expensive. You hit on the head
And
with
then
that.
they fight before the big cash category, and they always say stage allegedly.
Yeah,
They
some of
don't
that
want to
stuff
pay
do be
out
staged where they have
allegedly.
a fight and stuff, so they won't pay. That's what happened. I remember. Okay, I'm gonna share this, and I don't want to be messy, but I'm gonna share. I remember Milan Christopher. He said, "Yeah, come to the ball. We got the VH1 camera." So I reached out to VH1 and said, "We will not have any cameras there. We are not associated with this event. That's not a VH1 event." And so right before the grand prize, I
Oh,
think it was like a fight, and it
oh,
wasn't even that bad. And they was like, "Oh no, we're not giving the people." Oh no, it was a tie. And they said, "Well, since it's a
oh,
tie, you're not gonna get a grand." I'm like, when the last time you heard of it being a tie in a ballroom scene? Just do a tie break, you know?
okay.
But he didn't want to get that money up, so it was him and a promoter by the name of Scott Rivers in Chicago. And they had got a lot of. I remember the girls was really talking about that ball and stuff. Like you just can't trust people, like because you do have scammers and stuff that just want to take the money and go with it. But
People
if
are
you have a
flying.
grand
People are
prize, give the people
traveling
the grand
all over
prize.
the world to come to balls, and they spend a lot of money on their creativity, they wardrobe, like
Fact.
hair, makeup,
Because
like
balls
and
are expensive. Like if you walk balls, and
expensive.
then also too, you have to pay for the hotel room. Now I thought
Hmm.
maybe some houses do this when you pay your house dues. Don't that supposed to go towards your room and stuff?
Towards your room. I
Like
mean,
your
some.
hotel room. Like if y'all travel as a house, don't they use that? Don't they supposed to use that money to
I
pay
mean,
for
it helps out in certain stuff, but I don't think it's everything. How
everything?
many
Yeah,
rooms
that's
could you
true. I
get?
get.
But
Then you have to pay for a bus ticket or a plane ticket. It's expensive if you really want to be known
now,
in the
if you're,
bubble.
to my knowledge, if you're favored in the house, like the princess, and you have a name in the house, they will help you out. I know that for a
Absolutely, because
fact.
that brings recognition to the house and stuff like that. Then I've
Yeah,
heard,
because when
correct me if I'm wrong, if I were to win a $5,000 grand prize, and if I'm in the house of Ms. Rahi, don't you supposed to pay the overall father some money, or you just keep the money yourself?
I mean, that all depends. Did Jack Mizrahi contribute towards your makeup, your hair, travel? Like I think that's why you laughing because Jack Mizrahi. I love Jack. Jack, you're the best. No shade. I live for Jack
That will right, yeah.
Mizrahi. Miza.
And so Kelly is not a Miss Right. I've been calling Kelly Miss
No,
Right
she's
for
a juicy now, but she will always be a Mizrahi. She will always be that. Why you kidding?
I'm just laughing because the way he said, because I used to call her that for the year, like, yes, Kelly was right, right. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, she on Bigo now, child. All the girls is on Bigo, but they transferring to TikTok. TikTok.
Because you remember, everybody was on Blog Talk Radio. I don't know if you remember this. They had the Blog Talk Radio show. Kelly had a show, another person had a show, and Once that went
Yeah,
away,
because
that
she still have the show on Bigo now. Petty,
okay. So she still
what
do
is
her
it? Petty
show on there.
Western?
Okay.
Yeah, like
And I'm
recap
still
after the
gagging
balls.
her and Vicky Gotti went together. I'm like, what did you see?
Absolutely. Uh-huh. I don't want to say
Uh,
it's too much, child, because it's gonna get me away. But
I'm
yeah,
like, what did you see in Kelly Mizrahi? I'm just saying.
don't do that, because Kelly Mizrahi is a sweetheart. It's no shade.
She is.
She
I
take
love.
care of the.
Don't get me wrong. I
She
love Kelly. I love Kelly Mizrahi, and
until you get on her bad
I would
side.
never forget it when
That's
my
when
family
the
was.
demon come out, child.
She said I
But no,
interviewed Wiley family. Like she said she interviewed my family. Like
oh yeah.
and Iran was like, no, that ain't
Oh,
gonna
her
happen.
mom fell out, child. I
I'm gonna get that
remember.
interview. It was a mess, child. That whole. I wish I still had that Facebook page because it was lit. Oh, y'all had to be there for that time. I know y'all probably was busy cooking or whatever, but y'all had to be there for that time. And I think Icon remember that time, and he's still here
Oh,
to this day. This is like years. That happened. That happened before 2016.
okay.
Probably
Mm,
2015 or 14. Like that's way we going back. I don't even think YouTube. You can go live on YouTube then. Um,
mm, mm.
yeah, that's just
And I used
way.
to watch them all faithfully too, child. Get in here, everybody get in here. We're in a secret location. Yeah,
Uh huh.
child.
That's like way.
Hashtag. Everything was hashtag.
Yeah, everything was hashtag. Yeah. And they were doing them
Okay.
hashtags. Yes, I remember that. Those were the days.
Uh-huh. But like I said, I'm glad y'all worked it out. No
I'm
shade.
glad we worked to that. Just so much history. So y'all had to be there. That was a time y'all had to be there. And,
Yeah. But I'm gonna jump back in the bushes. So I don't know if others is calling in or
thank,
people
thank you
want
so
to
much for
explain.
calling in. Thank
No
you.
problem. And thanks for going live.
Uh huh.
Yeah, make sure you guys like and share the video
Like
so
and
others can
share.
come in the room.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Icon. So yes, so I was so tired because I stayed up doing schoolwork, and I said, "Oh, gotta make sure I take my medicine." So it was around like 6:37. But when I tell you I took that medicine, and I told my mom, I said, "Mom, wake me up because I got a busy day today. Gotta do the show, gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta do schoolwork." She woke me around like 6 something, and I'm still kind of tired. So that's how I have the energy like to perk me up. I had so many good dreams last night, just dreaming, and I felt so refreshed. I said, I gotta get up, I gotta get up and stuff. So that's just be the thing. Like when you're on this medicine, you have your good days, you have them drowsy days, and today was like one of those drowsy days. But I still got to do the schoolwork. But I appreciate y'all for coming through. I didn't want to make this live too late because I know people like to watch me during the day. If you want to help us in the show, we do have a wish list. We do have a cash app. I appreciate somebody cash up us yesterday. I appreciate that. Our cash app is Wiley Show 1990. We do have a Venmo and our Apple Pay as well. We do have that as well. And with the number that I'm gonna put on the screen here, you can actually text me when I go, and I can text you when I go live. And this is also our Apple Pay. So if you want to Apple Pay us, 773-641-8742. And I just appreciate it. Thank y'all so very much. Now we'll be back live. If it's a message drama, we do have a t-shirt. So get your mugs, get your merchandise. Follow the Wiley Show on TikTok, Wiley Show, Instagram, Wiley Show, Facebook, The Wiley Show. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Peace.